Right, welcome back, everybody, and trending topics. I mean, it's going to be one of those days where you see a state capture commission. I mean, that is exactly what it is. The state capture report is topping those trends list 4.5 years later, and a lot of money to go into this. We finally have seen the release of the entire state capture report. It happened last night at the Union Buildings. We were there watching the Chief Justice handed over to the President, and of course then moments later we started all getting it, the electronic version. And I don't know, since then, if you've also been just trying to read through whatever you can, there are thousands and thousands of pages to get through, but you know, it is something that I think as many of us as possible should read. I mean, it's important reading, and if one wants to comment on it, I think we do need to certainly have a look at all of that. But I mean, just in terms of some of the commentary that's been coming out, the first one that jumps up is Pierre de Vos actually saying, few people on this app, talking to Twitter, will read any of it, but many will express strong and even outraged opinions about what is contained in these volumes, despite not having read most or even any of it. Hashtag state capture reports. So that's one of the trends that we see jumping up here. And then another one, of course, Carl Niehaus is sure. He came out last night, he was tweeting up a storm. So he goes on to say, these two will today emerge from their swamp where they cooked up a plan to use the state capture report to counter the Phala Phala farm criminality. And this is Carl Niehaus talking to the Chief Justice and the President, to Cyril Ramaphosa and his sidekick, Chief Justice Zondo. We say our nation's eyes have been opened, we see you. That's what he's saying. And then, of course, it's just all the different commentaries that are coming about this. And, what also the Chief Justice was saying, wanting to thank his wife, his children, and just in general, everybody. It hasn't been easy. He said it's been a very, very difficult time for him. He says there was a time when his family went through the difficulties because of the work he did in the commission. The President also alluding to that last night. So, yeah, there's lots to still come, and there's lots of reaction. We'll bring you the reaction. We'll bring you analysis as well to the state capture report. But it is out. It is there. It is in public. And, where they spoke to the delays of the state capture report, we were meant to see it already on Sunday. There was a delay, then it was going to be released Monday, didn't happen, and then yesterday it did happen, but albeit later than scheduled. It was meant to happen at 4, it happened well after 6 o'clock in the evening. So, the questions were there, and the answer to our sort of I suppose questions to that as to why the delays, the President saying, you need to trust us. And there was nothing said, and everything was procedural. So, yeah, that's all we have with that. And we'll have to leave it there for now. But in terms of the state capture report, that is the big talking point. And we'll go and look into that and talk about it a bit later. In fact, we've got Advocate Nukai Toby in the next hour, so you don't want to miss that interview. He's going to give us a little bit of analysis. All right, next trending topic is Phala Phala Farmgate. That's not going anywhere. I mean, that is going to stay on the trends list for a long time. I feel like we're speaking about it every single day, and we will speak about it every single day until we get more information on this. And more and more people are just speaking out about it, wanting to hear more about this Phala Phala Farmgate. You could see last night, I mean, I know that when the Q&A time came and journalists were putting up their hands to ask questions, they had been warned already from before. No questions on Phala Phala. This is only going to be about the state capture report. We're not speaking about that tonight. So, that was an opportunity we were hoping. Well, I certainly was. I don't know about you when I was watching, to say, yay, finally, maybe we can get a question into the President. But we got the idea that was not allowed. So, yeah, anyway, the bottom line is this story's not going anywhere. I don't think I can add more onto it. I mean, we speak about this every day on our trending topics, and we really need to see something fast acting on this, because it's just not right. It really isn't. All right, let's move on to the next one now. And trending topic, mask. Ladies and gentlemen, I said it this morning, pull out your lipstick, shave off your fluff. The masks are gone. Can you believe it? Well, look, don't take them too far away, because you don't know, but they have. It has been gazetted, and the Gazette basically saying now that you don't have to wear them indoor areas, masks are basically out. So we don't have to wear them at the moment until, of course, anything changes. There's also the limitations on the gatherings has been lifted, and also entry into the country. I think the vaccination mandate has been dropped as well. But let me just tell you, there is a press briefing at 11 o'clock this morning, so we will get more. It has been gazetted, but the nitty-gritty about all of it will be announced by the Health Minister a bit later. We tried to get hold of the Department of Health. We're desperately trying to get them to comment on this, but they have said to us, please, we're not commenting until 11 o'clock, where the official press briefing will be taking place. So, but that's it. It has been gazetted. It's out there. We know it. But the nitty-gritty about everything else, we wait to find out. So, yeah, there we go. Masks. Keep them in the cupboard for now. We don't need them. All right, next one. What else have we got that's trending? Lindiwe Sisulu, let me quickly bring this up. I mean, this is, Lindiwe Sisulu as well. I even saw that this was trending yesterday, and Lindiwe Sisulu was, again, very much so vocal, also talking about the Department of Human Settlements, Water and Sanitation spent 161 million rand on travel expenditure, 60 million rand on flights, and 35,000 rand on flowers during the tenure of the previous minister. That was when the minister Lindiwe Sisulu was the minister there. So that was something that really got people speaking about it, and not too happy about what was happening there at the Department of Human Settlements, Water and Sanitation. And you know the situation that we are in. It really isn't. It isn't a good idea. Outer saying that same minister who again attacked the judiciary yesterday. This tweet was sent yesterday, by the way, so it was the day before where the minister was speaking out against it. It makes you think, doesn't it? We see you, Lindiwe Sisulu. Flights, food, flowers. How Lindiwe Sisulu spent Human Settlements, Water and Sanitation Department's money, and they've done a whole screenshot of how much was spent, and we spoke you through those numbers as well. So that is something quite difficult. And then another one, funnily enough, Peter Vos jumping up again, quoting her, saying, the courts do make law, and if the result is unsatisfactory after 28 years, must we not have a second look at how we can aid the courts through judicial reform and reform of the Constitution? And Sisulu, who has been in the cabinet for 28 years, had those things to say. She was really still speaking out against the judiciary and the problems that are caused. So there are many reasons that Lindiwe Sisulu is trending, about her talking out the judiciary, and also that money spent when she was in charge of that Ministry of Human Settlements. All right, finally, what is our last trending topic there? Dr. Motsoaledi, he's also been trending a lot, and some people quite, I suppose, happy with Dr. Motsoaledi, and others wanting a little bit more from Aaron Motsoaledi. But let me just get it up quickly before I start commenting without having my tweets open here. You see what happens when you've got to do these all alone. You've got to be very, very fast on this one. So Motsoaledi, a 6 billion rand plan. That's what he has got to overhaul South Africa's busiest border posts, and that's the kind of thing that people are talking to. And he has this massive plan that he has got going. And another one that also came up and got people speaking was Musi Maimane coming out and tweeting, good morning, fellow South Africans. Our healthcare is collapsing. Doctors and nurses are leaving. Dr. Motsoaledi left a mess and conditions are deteriorating. We must preserve the sector. A collapsed healthcare will serve no one. Let's stand together on that. So that was one of the reasons that he was trending. But the other one, of course, is about the borders and how we're going to be strengthening it, and the plan. Because as you know, the minister now, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, is he's Home Affairs Minister. So he is the one that is having a look at Beitbridge and Lebombo border posts, and they're saying that they must be completely overhauled. That is what the minister has been saying, that they will overhaul and rebuild South Africa's 6 busiest border posts. So there we go. That'll wrap it up for now. Those are our trending topics. And we look forward to seeing what else comes out on social media. But let us have a look at the question of the day now. And of course, I already see so many of these tweets coming in. In fact, hopefully we can try and get 1 or 2 of them in this hour. What is your reaction to the findings of the 5th volume of the State Capture Report? And give us those views. Let us know how you're feeling, what you're thinking. Have you started reading it? I mean, all of us, I suppose, jump to certain sections that we want to read. So it is out there. I'm sure you can get